and first upper class year-old title. Poland's Grzegorz Proksa, man in possession of the European middleweight crown these days, based himself in Surrey, has a perfect 26-0 record, and he's ranked in the top 10 by all four leading sanctioning bodies. Up against fellow southpaw Welshman Kerry Hope. He's tough, has the height and reach advantage. This is 20th professional outing, but it's a big ass. Sit back, enjoy our coverage in crystal clear high definition here on Sky Sports 1 HD and on Sky 3D as well. Your commentary team are Nick Halling and Glenn McCrory. But first, let's join our MC, John McDonald.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome live to the War of the Roses, coming to you from the Motorpoint Arena in the still city of Sheffield. Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Sport proudly presents 12 rounds of boxing for the European Middleweight Championship. Sponsored here by 888poker.com in association with Northfire and Scots. And a very warm welcome to the viewers joining us live here on Sky Sports HD and Sky 3D. And the viewers joining us live in Poland on M-Sport. Dzień dobry wieczór, witamy in Sheffield. Ladies and gentlemen, all the officials have been appointed by the EBU in association with the British Boxing Board of Control. Our supervisor Charlie Giles, our timekeeper at the bell is Mr. Barry Pinder of Sheffield, and our three scoring judges, Howard Foster of Doncaster, Marcus MacDonald of Twickenham, and Dave Paris of Woodall, Leeds. Our third man in the ring and the man in charge of the action from Preston, and the finest referee in the world, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Phil Edwards. They are the officials, and here we go. Introducing to you firstly, the challenger, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the white trunks trimmed with red and green, weighing in at 11 stone, 5 pounds, 4 ounces, a 19-fight record, 16 wins, 1 inside the scheduled distance, and just 3 defeats. He comes to the ring as the challenger. He's from the Fighting Valleys, Merthyr Tydfil, Were. He is known as Kerry Hope. And now, across the ring, making his first defense, wearing the red trunks trimmed with white, weighing in at 11 stone, 5 pounds, 4 ounces, undefeated, 26 contests, 26 wins, 19 inside the scheduled distance. He is the reigning and defending European middleweight champion, originally from Poland and boxing out of Red Hill, Surrey. It's Grzegorz Proksa! So, let's get the action underway then. Fight Night Live, it's 12 rounds of boxing for the European Middleweight Championship.
Gentlemen, you've had your instructions in the dressing room, you know what I expect of you. Follow my instructions, break when you're told, watch your heads in close, and remember, defend yourselves at all time. Touch gloves.
Darren Barker's old title on the line. Grzegorz Proksa of Poland, now based out of Red Hill near Gatwick Airport, making the first defence of his title against a bit of a dark horse, Kerry Hope from Merthyr Tydfil in Wales. This is quite an opportunity for Hope, who's had a real roller coaster career, and he comes in as a big underdog here, but on a day that Wales have won a Grand Slam in the Six Nations, he was proudly flying the Dragon of St David, and he'll need a bit of that if he's going to have any chance here against Proksa, who looks very very indeed. He's won 11 in a row inside, and he started fast here with some heavy hands, a good right to the midsection there. Well, this looks like a big step up for him.
It certainly does. Hope hasn't got a full team of Welshmen with him, and he might wish he does against this very good Polish boxer, Proksa, who's spent most of his career boxing around the UK, based himself in England now, and he's certainly good, strong, and he's packs a punch.
He's well-travelled, Proksa. 3 of his first 5 fights were in Vegas. This is his 15th in the UK. He's boxed all around Europe. Great temperament, family man, got 3 kids. Says that's the toughest part of the job, leaving his kids to go into a training camp. Every question has been asked of him, he's answered in some style, and the way he won that title after 3 rounds against Sebastian Sylvester in Germany, and Sylvester only just lost his IBF world title, that really raised eyebrows, and that put him on everybody's radar.
Stop boxing, break!
Well, Kerry Hope's come through some tough times in his career, but since mixing up with Collins as trainer, he's really started to fly a little bit in his boxing career, and things are on the up.
Yeah, that was the key, joining Collins at the elite gym in Bolton at the start of this year, because he'd been 16 months out, thought about packing it in after an aborted attempt in America had come to nothing. Fights falling through. He said he got robbed against a local guy in St. Paul, Minnesota. Thought he'd pack it in. But then he had 3 fights, low-key fights, under Collins in 2011. Then got that eliminator against Southampton's Tony Hill. Won that. Put Hill on the floor. And the British title shot didn't materialise. A Welsh title shot popped up into view. But then this opportunity suddenly sprang forward. And he said, well, I've got to grab this opportunity. And here he is, trying to live with one of the hottest prospects on the European middleweight scene.
Well, both these boys are southpaws, both leading with the right hand first. Just the better work early on is from Proksa, who's just getting through with the better quality punch, but not a great deal in the opening round.
Yeah, Proksa landed 3 or 4 solid shots early, and you just thought, Hope. He certainly winced at one of them. You thought, hello, this might go really short here, but Hope seems to have just settled down a little bit. He's coming in, highly motivated young man as well. That's a good little right from Proksa, just doubled it up there, and again just sinking heavy shots to the midsection. The first round in the record books for this European middleweight title. Grzegorz Proksa here of Poland via Red Hill in Surrey. The defending champion, the red-hot favourite against the Welshman Kerry Hope from Merthyr Tydfil.
Sends out. Round 2.
And it is, of course, scheduled for the full championship distance. 12 rounds. Proksa in the red, Hope in the white. Hope been doing some sparring with an old mate of ours, Ryan Rhodes. Got a chance to talk to Ryan and say, how did he get on? And he said, he's hitting hard, he hurt me. Which is unusual when you consider that Hope doesn't seem to have a lot of power, just the one stoppage to his record, but he's certainly coming out here and giving it a go, isn't he?
Well, he's got to try and take the play away from Proksa, but that's going to be difficult. Doesn't really carry a big heavy punch, and so far Proksa seems very, very tough, solid, professional, with a good repertoire and also good solid fists. Hits hard.
Keeps his hands pretty low. Saw that against Sebastian Sylvester. Sylvester looked like an old man, and whether it was Proksa made him look old or whether he just had turned the corner in his career and Proksa got him at the right time, I guess we don't really know, but he was able to get away with that. Let's see if Hope can punish that. He keeps his hands really low.
Good left hand there, brought it right from behind, but it was a good shot. Now he's looking to unload, and he's got Hope in a bit of disarray, not knowing where the shots are coming from.
There's the switch upstairs, and he's got through with a right hand there as well, and Hope does the old kidology bit as if to say, no, doesn't bother me, which usually of course means it did. Hope just not able to land cleanly. Tried the left uppercut. Proksa saw it all the way.
Proksa's got that old stone face, you know, he doesn't show any emotion, just goes about his work.
He really is the man of few words. Got a chance to talk to him yesterday. It was a pretty one-way conversation, but this was a man with his game face on. And he's got it on there. Decent left hook to the body there from Hope. He's letting the punches go a little bit.
Proksa seems content just to take them on the arms, keep walking Hope down, then slips in a nice little right hand to the solar plexus.
Yeah, he's got through some very solid body shots so far in the early going here. Proksa will switch it upstairs every once in a while, but it's the body shots that you get the feeling are really going to weaken Hope the longer this fight goes on. But Hope will take heart from the fact that here in these first 2 rounds he hasn't been wiped out. A lot of people at ringside were saying this looks really one-sided. That's decent. Bit of jab work there from Hope. He's come here to give this a go, and the longer it goes on like this, the more his confidence will start to build. Well, some drama on the bell. There was a head clash as the bell went. Proksa is cut over the left eye. There it is. Now, Phil Edwards made his assessment of that. He went into the corner and said that's an accidental head clash. And there was some anger in the Proksa corner. They said no, it wasn't. But that's how it's been ruled by Phil Edwards. Head clash, accidental, and it's opened up quite a cut, and that's messy.
Yes, well, if anything, Proksa was a little to blame for that. He threw a big wide hook and then fell in with it and went under the head. But now he's about to set about business.
That cut's opened up already. He needs to step it up.
One step back, watch the head when you come.
I mean, the first few seconds of the round, and they haven't been able to stem the blood at all. Well, Hope's got the target area now. And Proksa, as you say, Glenn, knows that he can't be thinking about taking his time and being patient here. He's got to go to work, and that cut is bad.
Well, Hope spurred on by that, letting the shots go. His right hand right on that eye there from Hope. Now he's landing with a good left as well, Hope.
Well, this is really encouraging for Kerry Hope. But he too's just got to stay focused as well. I'll get carried away with this. Just stick to his boxing. Good left downstairs again from Proksa as that cut continues to weak. Another good right hand downstairs as well. A lot of blood all over the torsos of both these fellas. Hope looking to try and just pepper that damage area with the right jab. It's smart tactics, of course. And the ruling is, if this is stopped inside 4 rounds, it will be a technical draw because of the head clash.
Well, his work's getting a little bit ragged, Proksa. He needs to just calm down and just let his punches go. Hope's lifted his game. He's doing better in this round. Taking the fight to Proksa now. As that cut weeps again with blood.
Better work again from Hope. He's having a decent round here.
Certainly by getting off first, Hope scoring good work. Just making Proksa think in there. And he's got to keep this work rate up, Hope. This is better from him.
And there's a target to be hit as well, because Proksa does keep those hands low. And he's just peppering away with that right jab. Point scoring punch. Might not be doing an awful lot of damage. Well, it's not helping that eye any. But it's a point scoring punch. It's catching the eye of the judges. He's got to keep it, as you say, Glenn. This work rate's got to keep going. And he's got a target that he can hit.
What's good, Nick, is the jab. You know, he's working that jab, the straight punch. As Proksa's got his hands down. Good round for Hope.
Well, whoever wrote the script for this one can tear it up. One-way traffic, we were told. Nice, easy first defense for Grzegorz Proksa. Huh, anything but. Well, that cut has just changed everything. If it's stopped inside 4 rounds, it's a technical draw. If it gets stopped after 4 rounds because of that cut, it will go to the scorecards. So suddenly both these fellas, their game plans had to change a little bit. You don't think in terms of 12 rounds anymore. You've just got to keep your work rate going constantly in case it's stopped at any time.
Unfortunately, that cut didn't look quite as bad when we got a bit of a look at it.
They were furious in that corner. They said it was not an accidental head clash. Round 4 of what's suddenly become a very interesting European middleweight title fight. Kerry Hope, the no-hoper from South Wales, has opened up a cut through an accidental head clash and is giving it a real go here against the champion Grzegorz Proksa. And again, it's all that right jab work that is doing the damage for Hope. This is sensible, intelligent boxing from the Welshman.
Yeah, he's working well. He's upped the tempo. He's beating Proksa to the punch, and that's stopping the Polish boxer from getting himself set. And Proksa just been made to think here.
Oh, good. Solid shot upstairs. Proksa got through there and Hope felt it, and Proksa knows he hurt his man, and he's going for the finish here.
Well, he's in disarray a little bit, isn't he, Kerry Hope? Punches coming from all angles.
Well, that's the first mini crisis. Proksa got through with the left hand, and Hope was definitely shaken by it.
Hope's got to get back to that jab. Straight punches down the middle.
Actually got the word jab written on the bandages of the right glove there. Jab. In case he needs a reminder to himself. Proksa starting to land the heavy artillery now. Good little left downstairs, varying the point of attack. That cut is still messy, but doesn't appear to be getting a lot worse. That's the good news for Proksa. Has Hope weathered that little mini storm? Because Proksa definitely had a good 30 seconds there when Hope was in a bit of trouble.
Hope's starting to land a few more punches, just coming out of it a little bit. That's a bit better from him. But the problem that Hope's got is he's not a puncher. You know, just one stoppage win and the 19 fights. That doesn't look good for him against somebody as established as Proksa.
Although he did have his opponent Tony Hill on the floor in the last fight. In the last round. Oh, good solid work again from Proksa. A really good combination. Hope tried to get the gloves up, but he didn't get there in time.
Well, this is where negative thought can set in when it starts to get hard. As Proksa's starting to unload and hit Hope with heavy punches. Hope has to stay mentally strong, keep that jab working, keep believing.
Looking to unload, but again, a few jabs at the end of the round.
Go on, this. Yeah, come on. You've got to grit your teeth this round.
Proksa might be cut, but the defending champion is really picking his shots very well. Good, accurate work from Proksa throughout the fight. Hope really trying to work the jab as much as anything else, but his success percentage rate is very high, the Pole.
Round 5.
And he seems to have settled down again now that they've worked on that cut. And the good news for Proksa is, well, good news for us really, I guess, is it won't be stopped as a technical draw now. It'll go to the cards if there is indeed a stoppage. Good from Hope again, taking the initiative. Not many people saw him doing this.
Well, that's what you want to see from him. A little bit of self-belief, a little bit of grit, determination. But Proksa, he comes back, the solid, tough pro that he is.
Getting through again. It's slapping maybe that right to the body. But he does pick his shot so well, the Pole.
This is very good action to kick off the night. Great night of boxing we're expecting.
Titles on the line, well, 3 big fights anyway. Now Frampton due up next, and then the one we're really looking forward to, the War of the Roses. Matthew Hatton and Kell Brook in front of 10,000 fans. What a night of British boxing. It'll be quite a night of Welsh boxing if Kerry Hope can spring a surprise here. Long way to go. And he's going to have to keep a very high work rate going if he wants to do that. But Proksa continues just to sink in those body shots, then switching upstairs like he did there. Good right hook. Hope had a grin, or was it a grimace? He felt it either way.
Yeah, that knocked a little bit out of him, didn't it? Just carry a bit of a dig. Proksa stopped his last 10 opponents, all inside 6 rounds. Nice little uppercut with the left hand. But Hope he's
coming
game.
back. But it goes back to what you were saying earlier, Glenn. Hope does not have in his arsenal the big punch that could really exploit a guy that keeps his hands as low as Proksa does. Proksa seemed happy just to take those shots, didn't even attempt to try and block them.
Yeah, good right hook, an uppercut from Proksa, good variety in there.
Missed with the uppercut. Hope keeping busy with that right jab. The heavier shots, the hurtful shots are coming from Proksa, the accuracies from Proksa. But the work rate staying high from Kerry Hope. He is sticking around.
Well, I'm just trying to gauge a level for Proksa, and you know he's a good fighter, got some good results behind him. But when you look at the ex-champion Darren Borger, you know, especially with his jab, you'd give Darren Borger a good chance with every pick to get his belt back, wouldn't you?
Well, I don't know if it's just a complete disregard for Hope's power, but Proksa barely even bothers to try and move his head.
Hey, you're not going home without that belt, so come on, let's pick it up, baby. Let's pick it up for me, yeah?
Well, this is turning into quite a battle. Gregor's Proksa, the defending champion here, was supposed to have an easy night against Kerry Hope. Well, he rocked him a few times like that, but Hope's work rate is keeping him in this.
Seconds out. Round 6.
Round 6 in this battle for the European middleweight belt. Darren Barker's old belt, of course. Good start again from Hope. And again, managing to exploit that lack of upper body movement from Proksa, who's trying to draw him in as if to say, oh, come on.
But I tell you what, if Hope did have a punch, Gregor Proksa might not be in there, because you don't take punches like that of anybody at world class. So, you know, if he's going to go on and progress Proksa to world class, he needs to do something with that defense.
And he's allowing Hope to take the initiative here as well. Took one to land one there. Nobody saw this coming here in round 6. It's Proksa that's backed up on the ropes. Oh no, Hope walked onto one there, but he comes back for more.
Well, this is an inspired effort from the Welshman, really giving it all he can.
And it is a real toe-to-toe slugfest in there now, just trading. I'm not sure that's something Hope should be getting involved in.
But it's an excellent effort, Nick.
It really is.
You've got to commend him for that. You know, you're not going to just be handed out European titles. You got to go in there and take them, and that's what he's trying to do, Kerry Hope.
And if nothing else, he's knocked some of the gloss off Gregor Proksa's aura of invincibility. He came into this one, as you say, that long streak of stoppage wins, blowing Sebastian Silvestre away, looking really good, perfect record. Everybody's starting to talk about it. Well, there's some weaknesses in his game, whatever happens tonight. Caught him again with a right hand. And Proksa manages to land an uppercut, but Hope walked through it. And then backed up. Well, Proksa's looking a little bit tired.
He is, and he's getting hit an awful lot. And this is a good round for Kerry Hope.
And it's single punches from the pole as well. He's still got that power, but his work rate has dropped, and Hope, I think, can sense this.
And you know, Welsh boxing is on a real high, and Hope is showing that kind of Welsh spirit.
And now is Proksa finding a second win. Has he been conning Kerry Hope? That was a terrific shot with the left, but it's the legs of Proksa that looked a bit unsteady as they came away from that.
But Proksa's throwing an awful lot. He's really putting a lot into this, and he's looking a little bit tired. If he can take these punches open and come back. What a good fight, though. What a great round.
Oh, it's way exceeded expectations. This was almost the afterthought fight, this one. Well, we got Kerry Hope to thank for that. What an effort from the Welshman. And he finishes the round as he started it, applying pressure. What a terrific 3 minutes for Kerry Hope. Took some shots, but he was taking it to the European champion in that round.
It's what you're proud of me for. So proud of you, man. Listen,
Collins, he's really hyping him up now.
He did then. I'm telling you now, he's ready. Yeah? Deep breathing. Come on.
Well, I'm happy for Collins. Good trainer, great character, and he's really stirred Kerry Hope round, hasn't he? Turned his career around. And look at this, mentally strong, really going for it. Good shot there. And Proksa's legs were wobbling a little bit. He was on unsteady legs as he went back to the corner. He pulled out some big punches, but Hope took them well.
But that's the danger for Hope, because Proksa now is loading up. His work rate has dropped. As we look at where the attacks are coming from, the work rate has dropped, but he is loading up with power. And if one of those explodes on Kerry Hope, it could all be over. So Hope's got to really keep his guard up, literally and metaphorically, not walk into anything, and just keep this work rate up and see if Proksa, maybe he's taken this one a little bit lightly. Well, he had a long camp out in Poland. Said he was out there for 3 months preparing for this one. He doesn't look the type who would cut corners, and that cut opens up again.
Well, I'll tell you, before this fight we were saying it's Kerry no hope, but he's proven that wrong. This is a great effort.
Maybe he's just been inspired by becoming a dad for the second time as well. It happened to both Matthew Hatton and Kell Brook. And this fellow did. Kerry Hope, his partner Ian, had a baby girl a few days ago, little Fallon, and something certainly inspiring Kerry Hope tonight. You know, again, going back to what you were saying about the domestic scene, we talk about Macklin, we talk about Barker, we talk about Martin Murray. That's the big three at the top of the tree, but a performance here from Kerry Hope. But he's kind of saying, well, I'm not so far away from those guys, you know. Work rate from the Welshman. Proksa looking for the opening. Very efficient like that. Heavy shots. And effective work as well. But if Hope can, as you say, Glenn, if Hope can take all these, can he outwork the pole all the way through the 12 rounds?
Well, he's going forward, he's letting the shots go, it's good work. Got to keep working that jab though, Hope. That's an important punch for him.
It's been very effective for him as well, and it'll just keep Proksa at bay. That was a wild, tired looking swing. He really loaded up with that left hand. Missed by a mile. And look at where his gloves are. Proksa.
And he's getting the best of this round as well. Hope Proksa is dropping his head, and he's just leaving himself right in the position for Hope to land that left hand.
Well, again, you look at where he keeps those hands. You've got to have hair trigger reflexes, and I'm not seeing those from Proksa at the moment. He's looking very leg weary. Yeah, a good little left uppercut. He does pick good shots, but is he doing enough work to win these rounds? Hope will be happy enough with that. So too will Carl Ince. And I wonder how Darren Barker upstairs, the former champion, I wonder how he's seen this one. Darren.
It's a great effort from Kerry Hope. He's really getting into the fight now. Proksa's getting quite wild. He's really loading up with that left hand, and he's missing a bit now, and he's giving Hope the opportunity to come back and land his own punches. I mean, if he can carry on doing this, I mean, it will really be a close fight.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Darren, and interesting that you're seeing the same thing we're seeing here, that Proksa's work rate has dropped right off. He's picking his shots and he's loading up. It's effective stuff, but it's not been a happy night for the man from Poland via Red Hill.
Put it on him. As soon as your backhand left up, backhand.
This is how Glenn's seeing it so far.
Yep, it's good for Hope. Not a lot would have said he'd be looking like this even
Round 8.
at this point.
I don't think many people would have expected Kerry Hope to hear the bell for round 8. Never mind, be right in it. And Proksa's come out fast here in this 8th round. Almost as if to say enough is enough. Hope just working behind that jab again. Sensible stuff from the Welshman. Another good left hook to the body from Proksa.
Well, this is where Hope's got to pick his game up. When Proksa comes out, lets the punches go, looks to do something. Hope got to get back at him, get that jab working again.
I mean, if you score a fight on punch power, there's only one winner. Proksa's a mile ahead because he really does land with some venom. But it's not about that. It's about accumulating the punches to get the points. And Hope, as he weathered that little storm, and is he coming in with his own work rate, just keeping the effort going, getting in close, doesn't mind mixing it up.
Good left hand there from Kerry Hope. You know, I'm beginning to believe that Hope thinks he can win this. Certainly looks strong, both physically and mentally in there.
Well, Proksa started this round fast. Doesn't look like he can sustain a full 3 minutes, does it? It's better defensively from him. I haven't seen much defensively from the Pole.
And you know, he's won 26 out of 26, 19 stoppages. I don't think he'll have been pushed like this. Certainly, you know, in the fights I've seen him, it's never happened to Proksa. He's had it all his own way.
Well, he battered Sylvester, didn't he? Watching that fight, it was just one-way traffic. Nobody saw this coming from Kerry Hope. Absolutely nobody. Although Ryan Rhodes did say, yeah, he's got a chance. I thought he was just being generous to a fellow pro, but Hope has got more than a chance here. He's hustling away. He's got Proksa pinned up against the ropes. And the Pole looks far from invincible.
Decent right hand there from Proksa. But Hope keeping the pressure on Proksa, and that's good. Got to keep letting that big left hand go as well. Hope, not a lot of power, but it's rocked the head back of Proksa. Well, it's tit for tat here at the moment. Hope still trying to push Proksa against the ropes.
He's taken a few to get him there, though. This has been a better round for Proksa in terms of his accuracy. Not sure how many he's thrown, but a big percentage getting through. Such a big night of boxing, of course. The War of the Roses, our main event. Kell Brook, Matthew Hatton coming up. Carl Frampton due up next, defending his Commonwealth Super Bantamweight title. And first, we've got to take care of this one. Oh, hello. Now, all sorts of stuff going on here. Well, a bit of extra spice to throw into the pot.
Come on, listen.
Well, a bit of nastiness at the end of the round here, putting their heads together. Well, they're both to blame there.
Well, you can see why Proksa was angry.
Don't let him headbutt you like that.
But it gives you an indication of Hope's confidence level, if nothing else. I mean, as you say, Glenn, you don't like to see that, but here's a guy Hope suddenly believes he can mix it up with this fella.
Yeah, Proksa not been as far since 2006. He's starting to tire. He's starting to doubts are starting to sink into his mind. You can tell the frustration at the end of the round.
Round 9.
Well, for me, Glenn, there's no question who's landing the better quality punches. As Phil Edwards just... Oh, he's taking a point. Oh, this is big. And that's not been very well received here in Sheffield. They're enjoying the underdog's performance, and that changes things again. And Proksa gets a break this time, a point off for Kerry Hope. So he's got to carry on doing what he's been doing. Proksa starts the round fast, as he did the last round, but can he sustain it? Good combination from Hope. Set him up with that jab again, got through with the left.
Well, he comes out with a good little spell at the beginning of the round, Proksa, but then Hope really hungry fighters. He takes the fight back at him, pins him with his back against the ropes and starts letting the punches go.
Well, there's not many that's had Grzegorz Proksa backed up against the ropes as consistently as Kerry Hope has tonight. And Proksa, the work rate slows again, as it does every round. He just can't go a full 3 minutes. He's conserving his energy. And Hope knows it, and he's staying on him, and he's just simply trying to out-hustle him. Paid the price there. That was a crude attack. Again, a decent left hand from Proksa inside. He's landing decent quality work. He's really just picking his moments here, Proksa. And Hope just has to keep that work rate going, and Proksa in trouble again. Just looks like fatigue as much as anything. A left uppercut gets through, backed up against the ropes, but Proksa landed well again. Hope looking to try and keep the pressure on. But Proksa looks like he's okay on the ropes. Lands another one of those left uppercuts. But this is a man who came in with that reputation for tremendous power. He's hit Hope with a lot, and nothing has slowed the Welshman. And Hope stays to his task. Like a dog with a bone, he just won't let this one go. It's another one of those rounds, isn't it, Glenn? If you're going for the quality work, you've got to look at Proksa. If you're going for volume, you've got to look at Hope.
Yeah, there's been some good work from Proksa in this round. He's tried to pick it up again with some big punches. But Hope still in his face, still tries to push him back. Maybe the more eye-catching punches from Proksa as he loads up for the big left hook in the right hand.
He really is loading up, and it was wild. He had a couple of goes with the left hand, and they were both really crude, and Hope just sticking with it and getting through again. And Proksa almost sneering at him at the bell. What a battle this is. And whatever's going on the judges' scorecards, these fans here in Sheffield are loving the effort that they're seeing from Kerry Hope.
Listen, he's there for the taking. You've got to do some constructive damage now, mate. We need to do pop.
Well, Carl Lynn saying he's there for the taking to Kerry Hope. And here, well, what on earth are you going to say to him? He looks tired. Still landing decent shots though, Glenn.
Yeah, they're both starting to tire. Proksa's loading up. Hope, great effort. Been caught when he's been coming in though. For me, just a little bit more with the more eye-catching punches from Proksa. But an excellent fight and an excellent effort. We didn't really expect this from Kerry Hope.
Round 10.
Round 10 in this fascinating battle as Phil Edwards just calms everybody down once again, because it has got a little bit chippy in there more than once. The Proksa camp never really... Oh, Proksa wobbled early, whether he just stumbled or not. Only he will know, but Hope certainly sensed an opening. And that's significant because Proksa has started these rounds fast, and now he's settled down, knows he needs to find a response.
Just looking at the body language, Kerry Hope, you know, he does look like he fancies it now. He looks inspired, he looks like he wants it, and he looks like he thinks he can win.
And he's taken so many shots from Proksa. Proksa's landed good stuff, and Hope's absorbed it all.
But I don't think Proksa's got the power of punch anymore. I think as he's getting tired, your Hope's feeling that power's gone, and now he fancies it, and he's taking it to the Polish boxer.
He's a different proposition with the power gone, and there was another really lazy-looking left hook that missed by a mile there, and Hope just keeps it going. Pinned him up against the ropes. Proksa doing some work off the ropes, but look at the work rate, the tempo, the commitment from Kerry Hope.
No talking.
It's just a war of wills in there now.
Well, for me at the minute, it's Kerry Hope who looks mentally the stronger, who wants it more. He is being inspired that of that great Grand Slam win from Wales. And he's wanting to make it a big Welsh day, isn't he?
Yeah. Swansea going to Fulham and winning as well in the Premier League. It has been a day for Wales. Is this the hat-trick for them? The unlikeliest one of the lot. Hope keeping the pressure on. And Proksa looking ragged, looking to try and find a response. And even if he does hold on to his title here, the Pole's aura of ruthless invincibility has been blown away by Kerry Hope tonight.
Well, Hope's boxing like it's St David's Day, not St Patrick's Day.
Good work again inside from Proksa.
That eye's getting worse, isn't it? More blood from it.
Another one of those lazy roundhouse lefts that Hope just slipped inside easily.
But for me, the better work from Hope in this round. He's managed to pin Proksa against the ropes for the best part of it. And I think this victory, it could be within sight if they can really pull it out of him.
But will that point off be significant? Will the judges be influenced by the undoubted quality and power of Proksa? And again, big stare down at the end of that 10th round. These two guys are not going to get along very well. There's a real edge to this fight. So what, if Grzegorz Proksa thinks he can intimidate his way past Kerry Hope, well, that ain't going to work. What a battle this has been from Kerry Hope. What a performance, what an effort. Look at all the punches he's thrown. He's missed with an awful lot. But if that's to be believed, he's just got his nose in front in terms of punches landed, but don't forget he's got that point taken off as well.
But I don't see fucking nothing on my left side.
Okay, well you can't.
Well, he's complained a lot in his corner, Proksa. He's not happy in there. Proksa ahead on my call.
Round 11.
Round 11, just one more after this. And again, words from the referee. Quick jab to start the round from Kerry Hope, who certainly can't think that he's got this one in the bag. Certainly not if your scorecard's to be believed, Glenn. He's got to keep pouring the pressure on, convincingly take these last two rounds. Who knows, maybe even wear him down with a late stoppage.
Well, it'll be a shame if that point deduction is the difference after such a great effort. But listen, it's not over yet. It's all to fight for. The judges making the decision. And he's certainly in this fight, Kerry Hope. Certainly in with a chance.
And he's certainly confirmed his position in the upper echelon of British middleweights as well with this performance. And I don't think many of us had him there.
Well, isn't it a great bunch of British middleweights we've got?
Decent punches getting through again. It was a good right hook from Proksa. I hope just being a little bit tentative here. He needs to let these punches go. Like that. Much better from Hope. Right on cue.
Yeah, terrific work from Hope.
Another grimace from Proksa. What a tough night it's been for him. They were complaining earlier about the clash of heads. They said it was deliberate. And they were fuming after the incident when the heads came together, and Kerry Hope clearly rubbed his head into the cut of Proksa, which is why Phil Edwards did what he did.
Well, he walked onto a decent left hand there. Hope, some good punches coming in from Proksa now, letting them go. The eye's getting even worse. A lot of blood around that eye now. And Proksa looking tired with this effort.
And he's looked this way for 3 or 4 rounds. He seems to just draw up a second win from somewhere, but he looks really tired again, Glenn. You're absolutely right. This is as bad as he's looked. He's put a lot of effort into this round. And is he now starting to feel it?
Well, he almost rubbed his eye as if he was looking for an excuse there with his head down. Never expected anything as tough as this. And that eye is really, really bad now. We're going to have to look at that.
Yeah, it really is a mess. Proksa, his work is really ragged. He's really boxed the last half of the fight in fits and starts, hasn't he? He's really picked his moments.
Yeah, he's kept the hands down, Nick, throughout.
That was a strong finish, and throwing punches after the bell. They didn't like that. Really, for the first time in a long time, it was Grzegorz Proksa that clearly finished a round on top. Well, this has been an unbelievable battle. Unbelievable in the sense that we all thought, everybody, all the experts said, this one is fairly straightforward. A nice routine first defence for Grzegorz Proksa of his European middleweight title. It's been anything but routine.
Got to knock him out, baby. Come on. You've got to knock him out. Okay.
Saying in the Proksa corner, you've got to knock him out. So they're obviously pretty worried.
Corners, 10 seconds.
Nogami go ograj I potem ty.
Come on, I've kept you in this now. Go and do it.
Things out. 12th final round.
The last round of what has been an absorbing battle for the European middleweight title. Way, way better than any of us were expecting. Now, will Proksa come out fast? Will he look for that knockout that he's been told he needs? Although if your scorecard is to be believed, Glenn, he doesn't need it. And the one thing I think we can say with certainty is both these fellas need to finish fast, because this one looks close.
Well, I wouldn't give an argument either way. I think this fight is really very much in the balance. And I think, you know, he really needs to get a good round this one. Hope it's still there for him to have a chance.
Can one of these guys make the decisive breakthrough in the remaining 2 minutes and 15 seconds? They're both looking a bit weary, which is hardly surprising. They put so much into this. Nobody's leaving anything in the ring with this one. 100% commitment from both men. Proksa's boxed intelligently. He's conserved his energy, because he looks like he's really been struggling from about the halfway point. He's just saved himself for the sustained little bursts, which have been effective.
Well, the capacity crowd waiting for this terrific main event have really sat here absorbed in this excellent fight. Both these men giving their best.
I'm not sure for me, Glenn, Hope's doing enough in these last couple of rounds. He really needs to just step it up, keep that jab going, let the judges know he's the boss.
You know, he's worked so hard, Nick, really boxed better than he's ever done before. It has been a massive effort for him. I don't think there's much left in the tank.
And Proksa maybe senses that. One last big attack from the pole. And still they just slug away at each other. They've battered at each other for 12 rounds, trying to break each other mentally as much as anything. And they're both still standing in this last minute.
Yeah. Missing with punches, he's tired, he's throwing them out, but he wants to do it, but just can't. A real crimson mask the face of Proksa is.
Last 30 seconds. Is there yet time for a dramatic twist? It's a mask of blood down the left side of Proksa's face. But he grits his teeth and tries to put one more attack together. And Kerry Hope grits his teeth and tries to finish with a flourish. What a battle. Way, way better than anybody expected.
Yeah, inside the last 10 seconds of a terrific fight. And he's really elevated his status. Kerry Hope.
Hats off to both of them. What a scrap. And what do the experts know? We thought this was going to be a one-sided procession. Most of the ringside experts. Well, it was far from it. Now, if you go for quality you like the look of Proksa. Surely, if you go for volume, you've got to go for hope. Don't forget the point taken off. It's going to go to Howard Foster, Marcus McDonnell and Dave Parris. As we look at our stats, Proksa's done just enough, if that's to be believed. This is one of those fights. You said it, Glenn. Which way is it going to go? And you're not going to have a huge argument either way.
No, it's certainly not. Excellent fight. Done terrific, Kerry Hope. I've got Proksa just hanging on.
I wouldn't be surprised at a split decision, Glenn.
No, nothing really would surprise me here. Very, very close.
And no celebrations or kidology or anything else going on in this ring right now. Just silence, because nobody knows for sure what's coming. Are we going to have a split decision? Are we going to have a new champion? Is Proksa going to get away with this one? Is Kerry Hope going to cap a wonderful day for Wales and a wonderful week for himself personally, with the biggest night of his professional life? But win or lose, Kerry Hope has certainly made a statement tonight. Gregors Proksa knows all about it. But who's got Darren Barker's old belt? Who's taking that home tonight? A terrific European title fight. And an awful lot of credit goes to the Welshman, who came in a huge underdog. What a night he's made of it. What a fight he's made of it. Has it been enough to pull off one of the big upsets of the year? We're about to find out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you just witnessed 12 sensational rounds of boxing. Please show your appreciation to both boxers. Marcus McDonnell scores the contest 114-114. Howard Foster scores the contest 112-115. Dave Parris 113-114 in favour of the winner. And a new...
Oh, he's got it! Kerry Hope! What a night!
Kerry Hope!
For a proud Welshman who came in as Kerry No Hope. You got to be kidding. He's the new European middleweight champion now.
Please welcome our supervisor, Charlie John.
Darren Barker, Matthew Macklin, Martin Murray, the big three of British middleweight boxing. Move over, make room for this fella, Kerry Hope. What a performance, Glenn.
It really was. He really was inspired. He did everything he possibly could. The more eye-catching punches were for Proksa, but you wouldn't argue. He's got it. And, you know, he really fought like he wanted to win it. He went out to grab the title away, and he did what nobody really thought he could do, and he's got the European belt.
Work rate did it. Work rate and self-belief. What a night for the new European middleweight champion, who's with Adam.
Kerry Hope, victory number 17, and I bet there's never been a sweeter one.
No, I've had some low points in my career, and this being the highest, I respect it so much more.
Some people before this were giving you no hope. You've ripped up the script. It's one of the upsets of the year.
Yeah. I believed in myself. I know a lot of the crowd probably didn't think I was going to put it off, but as long as this man believed in me, there's no stopping us here.
The first man to ever beat Gregor Proksa, a man who was rated right at the top of the world. You've come from nowhere. How did you get through it? Was it grit and heart more than anything?
Yeah, grit. One thing about me, I got a big heart and a good chin, and this man prepared me the best shape I've ever been in.
What's happening in the Welsh waters? The Grand Slam. We've got Nathan Cleverly, Gavin Rees this coming up, Gary Buckland as well. It's all going on down in the valleys.
Yeah, such a proud day for the Welsh. And like I've said before, Welsh boxing is on the way up.
Then McCrory said in commentary, it's not St Patrick's Day, should be St David's Day.
But my dad's name is Patrick, so let be his day.
What does it mean to you to have this European belt around your waist, and after so much, Kerry, the ups and downs?
Well, I've had so many downs. Like I said, I respect this so much more. A baby girl born last Friday, which I missed the birth, and I'm so proud of her doing it without me there, and I hope she's just as proud.
Congratulations. Great stuff for the family, great for Wales, and a great story for British boxing.
He deserves that applause, doesn't he? That was the moment that Kerry Hope, who they gave no hope of doing the damage here, the European middleweight champion, and he's got Darren Barker's old title.